Chimpanzees are extremely intelligent primates and share around 99% of DNA with us humans. In this video, we'll be talking about one of the most intelligent primates alive, the chimpanzee. Intelligence. Chimpanzees have a wide variety of tools. So much so that researchers have discovered that chimps use around 22 different tools in the wild. These tools include sticks for termite fishing, ant dipping, and honey extraction, stones to crack open nuts, cut fruit, and to throw at trees, leaves to soak up water, clean their bodies, and to clear the gut of parasites, and many other tools like bark, branches, and twigs. In addition, chimpanzees are capable of solving problems, learning new skills, and teaching their young. Chimpanzees can also be taught sign language or language based on a display of tokens or pictorial symbols. Diet. Chimps are omnivorous frugivores that eat fruits for 50 through 60% of their diet. Other foods include leaves, nuts, and seeds, certain flowers that bloom, stems and barks, insects such as termites and ants, honey, and meat. They only eat 2% of meat in their diet. This meat includes birds and their eggs, bush babies, small antelope, blue monkeys, baboons, red colobus monkeys, and other small terrestrial animals like tortoises. For chimpanzees, red colobus monkeys are a common and frequent prey for the apes. Plus, chimpanzees eat around 3.75 pounds of food per day and can eat around 80 different items. Species. There are 4 subspecies inside the species of common chimpanzees. This includes the Western, Nigeria, Cameroon, Eastern, and Central chimpanzee. Western chimpanzees are slightly larger than Eastern and smaller than Central chimps. Chimpanzees share the genus Pan with their distinctive relatives, the bonobos. However, bonobos and chimpanzees were considered a different species in 1933. Behavior. Chimpanzees are known for being super aggressive apes. Aggression is a complex behavior that is influenced by environmental, biological, and social factors. Like humans, chimpanzees are diurnal, meaning that they are most active during the day. They spend around 6-8 hours each day foraging for food. In addition, chimps are especially active during the early morning and late afternoon. Plus at night, chimps sleep for around 9.5 hours in nests they built on top of trees and platforms. They show behaviors like playfulness, empathy, curiosity, resilience, motivation, and intelligence. Chimps are also respectful to their elders, who pass down knowledge to the younger generation to ensure the group's survival. Lastly, chimpanzees can be greedy and selfish and may hoard food from others. Social group. Chimpanzee groups can range from 6 members to over 100 individuals. Chimpanzee communities are fission-fusion societies, meaning that they split into smaller groups, fissions, and then reunite into larger groups, fusion. For example, these fissions split up to patrol their territory, or for males to hunt and forage during the day. Then these fissions can fusion to sleep in large groups, protect themselves from predators, or to share food with each other. Chimpanzees live in a male-dominant hierarchy with an alpha in charge. The alpha chimp is the most dominant, but not always the most aggressive. The alpha can be intimidating, but also generous and empathetic. When a fight happens in the group, the other chimps will usually look for the alpha or stop the fight completely when the alpha gets involved. The next chimps in the hierarchy are the enforcers. Their role is to break up fights without the need of the alpha. Enforcers are important to the group because these chimps are at a high enough rank to be respected, but low enough to be okay if some respect is lost during a fight, which is something the alpha doesn't want to risk. Unlike most social mammals, female chimps usually leave their natal group with males generally staying. Females leave due to resources, male competition, and to avoid inbreeding. Sometimes males cooperate with each other to jointly defend access to multiple females, forcing the females out of the group to avoid the outcome of mating with relatives. Chimpanzees, usually males, patrol their territory and sometimes deep inside their neighbor's territory too. During these patrols, chimps become hypervigilant. This behavior suggests that chimps actively search for neighboring chimps. If patrollers find members of a rival group, they will attack and can sometimes kill them. Chimp patrols benefit the group because they can increase territory size and food supply. For example, the no-go chimps, over a 10-year period, expanded their territory by 22% and killed 13 other neighboring chimps. As a result, They benefited from long life expectancies and above-average food supply. For chimpanzees, grooming, tickling, and wrestling are important parts of their social life. Grooming can strengthen bonds, show affection, and form new friendships. When chimps groom each other, they remove bugs, plants, dirts, and dried skin from the other. Baby chimps enjoy socializing with each other by resting, tickling, chasing, play biting, play hitting, and somersaulting. Mother chimps also play with their babies, even in rough or bad times. Babies stay in almost constant contact with their mothers for the first 4 to 6 months of their life and begin traveling more independently at around the age of 3.5 years. Lastly, chimpanzees value and prefer their friends' company, meaning they are more likely to travel, groom, sit, support each other in arguments, or share meat with their buddies. In laboratories, researchers noticed that chimpanzees choose to trust their friends more than other individuals. Here's some chimp hierarchy diagrams as you wait for the next part. Habitat. Chimps lived in the savanna and tropical forests of equatorial Africa, from Senegal in the west to Lake Albert and northwestern Tanzania in the east. The largest populations of chimps are in Central Africa, mainly Gabon, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Cameroon. Likewise, Senegal, Mali, Sudan, the Cabinda enclave of Angola, and Equatorial Guinea have dispersed and small populations of chimps that are at risk. Western chimpanzees are found largely in Côte d'Ivoire, with smaller populations in Guinea, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Mali, Ghana, and Senegal. Central chimps mostly inhabit Cameroon, Gabon, and Congo, but some also live in the Central African Republic, Equatorial Guinea, Southeast Nigeria, Angola, the Cabinda enclave, and possibly the coastal part of the DRC. Additionally, the largest populations of central chimps live in large areas of relatively undisturbed forests. Eastern chimps lives from the Ubangi-Congo River in Central African Republic and DRC to western Uganda, Rwanda, and western Tanzania, with smaller populations found in Burundi and southeastern Sudan. Finally, Nigeria-Cameroon chimps live in, you guessed it, Nigeria and Cameroon, but north of the Sanaga River, with the most relatively secure and largest population in the Gashaka-Gumti National Park in Nigeria. Here's a map of all the different types of chimpanzee locations, including their close relatives, the bonobos. Physical characteristics. Chimpanzees use their physical characteristics like nimble fingers to survive in their environment. Chimps have 32 teeth at their disposal, the same as gorillas, orangutans, baboons, humans, and any other old world monkey. Chimps use their teeth to help eat meat and to especially serve as a warning to others. Chimpanzees, like humans, have trichromatic vision, meaning that they can see the same spectrum of colors that ordinary people can see. Plus, their vision can help them in uncovering young leaves and ripe fruit. Studies show that chimps can detect the freshness of fruits and vegetables such as spinach, strawberries, and cabbage. Chimps have prehensile feet and opposable thumbs, meaning that they have the ability to grasp using their feet. These adaptations help them in tree climbing, clinging, balance above the ground, and holding more food. The opposable thumbs of chimpanzees allow them to use tools like stones and sticks. A chimp's fingernail is made up of a protein called alpha-keratin, which is also present as human hair, fingernails, and toenails. These fingernails help chimps and many other primates pick up small objects, maintain tight grips, and perform small motor functions. Lastly, chimps have hard soles on their feet that help them walk on 2 legs. The hair of chimpanzees are either black or brown, with hair absent from the face, ears, palms, and soles of their feet. Underneath their hair, chimps are usually white with their hands, feet, and faces typically black. Younger chimps usually have white or pinker faces that darken with age. Additionally, chimps usually have short white beards on their chins. As chimpanzees become older, their foreheads tend to go bald. Unlike humans whose hair greys with age, chimpanzee hair graying occurs until a chimp reaches midlife. The graying then has little or no change as they continue to age. Taxonomy. In simple terms, taxonomy is the science of naming, describing, and classifying organisms like animals and plants. We will start with the domain and go down to species and subspecies. Chimpanzees are in the domain Eukarya, which includes animals, plants, fungi, and protists. In kingdom, they are in the kingdom of Animalia, which includes all animals. Chimps are in the phylum Chordata, which includes all animals with a backbone. Also, they are in the class Mammalia, which includes all mammals. Chimps and other apes like gorillas are in the order of primates, which includes lemurs, apes, tarsiers, New World monkeys, and more. Additionally, they are in the suborder Haplorini, which includes apes, monkeys, and tarsiers. Chimps are also in the infraorder of Simiformes, also known as higher primates or anthropoids, which includes monkeys and apes. Chimps are in family Hominidae, which includes all the great apes. Chimpanzees are in the genus Pan, which they share with bonobos. Lastly, chimps are in the species of Pan-troglodytes. Additionally, troglodytes comes from the Greek word for cave dweller. Western chimpanzees are known as Pan-troglodytes verus, while Eastern chimps are known as Pan-troglodytes schweinfurthi. Central chimpanzees are known as Pan-troglodytes troglodytes, while Eastern chimps are known as Pan-troglodytes ellioti. Media. In movies or shows, real-life chimpanzee actors may look funny or cute, but there is a dark secret behind it. Because chimpanzees become impossible to control and handle at around the age of 8, chimps used in entertainment are infants and juveniles. In the wild, chimps rely on their mothers until they are around the age of 5. However, chimps bred in the entrainment industry are typically removed from their mothers at birth and trained to perform unusual behaviors. In the entertainment industry, chimps lose opportunities to learn important behaviors like social bonding from their mother. Instead, they are taught to do tricks like riding bicycles, which strain their body. Chimps in the entertainment industry also suffer from uncertain futures. When chimps can't be used by trainers in the industry, many are sent to unaccredited roadside zoos and the pet trade, with few making it to accredited sanctuaries. However, there are positive ways to view chimps in media, such as documentaries with chimps in their natural habitats and in accredited sanctuaries, and viewing fictional chimpanzee characters in movies, shows, and games. For example, Detective Chimp, Mojo Jojo, the Western chimpanzee in Planet Zoo, Mason and Phil from the Madagascar movies, and Caesar, Dr. Zira, General Thade, and all the other chimps in the Planet of the Apes franchise. Chimps in zoos. Chimpanzees are some of the most popular inhabitants in zoos. This is because of their charismatic charm and similarity to humans. Chimpanzee habitats in zoos have environments that provide for the chimps' well-being. Yet sometimes the welfare of the chimps are overlooked and misunderstood. However, modern zoos in general play important roles for education, research, and conservation. Sometimes chimps are held in small isolated cages or outdoors areas covered with cement and separated by a moat with water, which can be dangerous for them. Moats with water can be dangerous to chimps because chimps have dense bones and are not able to float on the water, meaning if a chimp gets into the moat, they could drown. Chimps in zoos and captivity need both a suitable indoor and outdoor area with a suitable space for size and social needs, suitable sleeping and feeding sites, climbing structures specifically for chimp behavior, natural light for both indoor and outdoor space, and much more. Some examples of zoos with amazing chimp habitats are the Detroit Zoo, which take in animals, like chimps, who were once raised in the exotic pet trade, and animals who were retired from the entertainment industry, and the San Diego Zoo with both indoor and outdoor options for their chimps and climbing structures, which include elevated platforms and hanging fire hoses. Additionally, chimps living in captivity often advance beyond average life expectancies due to advanced animal and veterinary care. Chimp conservation. According to the IUCN, chimpanzees are considered endangered with a decreasing population. Western chimpanzees are considered critically endangered as of 2016. There are between 170,000 and 300,000 chimpanzees living in the wild. There are around 2,000 chimpanzees living in captivity in the USA. In the past, most captive chimps in the US were in laboratories, but now most of them are in sanctuaries. Chimpanzees are becoming extinct due to several reasons such as habitat loss, hunting, and disease. The reason for deforestation and habitat lost for chimpanzees are humans replacing forests with farmland, logging, mining, oil extraction, and the building of infrastructure. As chimps start to lose habitat space and food supply, they are forced to seek resources somewhere else. This can lead them into human settlements where both species can start conflict. In West Africa, it has been estimated that around 80% of the original forest had been lost by the early 2000s. Even though the killing and capturing of chimpanzees is illegal, poachers remain a big threat to chimpanzees. Because chimpanzees have more meat than smaller animals, they are often hunted in the bushmeat trade. The bushmeat trade is the hunting and commercial sale of wild animals for food. Usually, chimps are hunted via guns or snares to trap them. Since infant chimpanzees are too small to provide enough meat, they are usually illegally trafficked and often taken to be kept as exotic pets. It is estimated that for every baby chimpanzee that becomes a pet, around 5 to 25 adults are killed in the process. Chimpanzees are susceptible to more than 140 human diseases, including deadly respiratory diseases that travel through populations. The Ebola virus is extremely dangerous to great apes, with a mortality rate of around 77% for chimpanzees. Thankfully, there are many ways people help support chimpanzee conservation. In 2002, the World Wildlife Fund launched their African Great Apes program that aims to help gorillas, bonobos, and chimpanzees. This program helps to improve great ape management and protection, increase people's support for ape conservation, building capacity within range states, and helping stop the illegal trade in ape products. Another organization that helps chimpanzees is the Jane Goodall Institute, which works to find ways to combat the threats of chimpanzees and other great apes, which includes achieving sustainable solutions where people, chimpanzees, and their habitats can all thrive, and restoring healthy habitats through community-centered conservation. Jane Goodall founded the Jane Goodall Institute in 1977 and is considered the world's foremost expert on chimpanzees. But we get more in depth with her legacy in a future episode. If you or someone you know wants to help chimpanzees, there are many ways you can do it, including recycling electronics, like phones and computers, supporting laws that govern endangered species, support chimpanzee communities, spread the word about chimpanzees, and so much more. The end. Thank you to everyone watching this video. It means so much to me that you watched until the end. If you really enjoyed this video, you are always welcomed to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for future content. Most of my sources are in the description if anyone wants to research and learn more about chimps. Also, I'm sorry that it took this long for this video to be put out. I'll try harder in the future to put out my content more quickly. In my next full-length video, I'll be talking about the largest and majestic mandrill of Africa. In the meantime, I'll be posting more educational shorts on primates and more edits. Well, I must be going now. It's been a chimply wonderful time with you guys. Bye.